Is this going?
Yeah, everything's...
Can I go? If I do this, can you see the boat?
Action!
All right, guys, we are in Brooklyn, New York. It is 11:58 a.m. David Brissetti behind the camera. Still has a head cold, which really sucks, but he's filming, and I really appreciate having you here, David, so thank you. Now, today we're talking about the best meal plan for fat loss, and the reason I'm holding my phone is because I got a DM from someone, and I'm gonna read the DM, the question they asked me specifically regarding, whose dog is that? Their dog is just going crazy. They really need to fix this dog situation. Anyway, not gonna stop the video. Also, worth noting, in addition to the meal plan for fat loss, David specifically is having me stand here because he doesn't like that boat in the background. So, very purposefully framed in this position. But anyway, we're talking about best meal plan for fat loss. And oh snap, it's Mads DM'd me, what's your most important advice when it comes to creating a sustainable meal plan? I wish I had the money to get macros counted or help from a coach, but poor college student probs, LOL. But I'd like to get started and learn about it on my own. Thanks, I love your page. First of all, thank you, I appreciate you. And the first thing I actually want to address in this is probably the best thing that they said is they asked for, what is the best advice for creating a sustainable meal plan? Bar none, the best question you can ask, because 9 times out of 10 people are asking me, how do you lose 20 pounds in 5 days? It's not like a weird question. I get that all the time. How do you get rid of like as much weight as possible in the least amount of time? So just the fact that you're asking for a sustainable meal plan tells me that you are in a higher level position, and I respect that a lot because you're not looking for the quick fix, you're looking for the longer term solution. And I think that mindset is going to take you way further. So anyone watching this video, if they're like, well, how do I lose weight more quickly? How do I get them more quickly? You're setting yourself up for failure in the short term. It doesn't mean that you won't succeed down the road, but in the meantime, the more you search for that quick fix, the more you will immediately fail in the short term, and eventually that might take you to success in the long term. But you need to get to a point where you're okay for a sustainable plan, because until then it's gonna be a perpetual cycle of up and down and up and down, up and down. Now, what's your most important advice? It's a tough question because it's sort of like when people ask, what is the best workout? Or what is the best nutrition plan? Or what is the best exercise for your butt? Or the best exercise for your arms? There's no best. There's never one single best. Other than the best drink is coffee. Other than that single unicorn magic, other than unicorn magic being the best coffee, then there's no best in the world. Ever, because it's always dependent on the individual, and it depends specifically on what you can sustain. Going back to your first original point. If you can't sustain something, then it's not the best. It might literally be on paper, from a physiological perspective, the best plan, the best exercise, the best option, but if you can't do it long term, it's not the best option. So my best advice is to do something that you can sustain forever. Now, it's very ambiguous. I want to dig a little bit deeper into that, because the only way to find that thing, find the best plan for you, find the most sustainable plan for you, is to try and try and try, and between every try, fail and fail and fail. The boat get in that, David? So, he's so mad. So, in between every try, you're gonna fail, and you're gonna have, it's so cliche, like going up the step ladder, going like up the staircase on your way to success, but that's really what it is, where you're gonna have to go up, and then you're gonna have a period of time where nothing happens, or maybe even you fall back down, and you have to climb back up, and that's how this works. Most people, they're looking for the best or the quickest or the easiest, or they just want the final answer. What is this? Tell me what it is. What do I have to do? And it's just not that easy, because I'll tell you what, here's a really interesting part about fitness, is I might be able to give you the best meal plan for you, the best exercise program for you to help you see long-term success. But if you aren't in a position where you're mentally or emotionally ready to use that information, you're going to have to go through a journey, a process to eventually come back and use it as effectively as you could. So for example, when I was younger, I got into calorie counting when I was very young. I was counting calories when I was like 16 as a wrestler for cutting weight. I was using that, but my mindset was rapid fat loss. I need to cut weight for competition this week. I need to get abs this week. I need this. Like, I was calorie counting, still looking at macros, still looking at like the energy in the food, but my mindset was in a different place, and I had to go all the way around. I had to go through intermittent fasting, go through ketogenic, go through this, go through that, to finally then come full circle back to calorie counting with a completely different mindset, having gone through everything. And I think the best advice that I can really give you, aside from doing something sustainable, is get comfortable with the fact that you are going to go through a journey through hell and back, where you will have a goal and you're gonna put a lot of effort into it, and you might see great progress, and you might go back a little bit. You might mess up for a week, or mess up for a month, or mess up for 6 months. Then you get back on. Try something new. It's a game, that's life. I think a lot of people take this stuff way too seriously. They get so intense about this stuff, especially with the gym. The gym especially. This is going off topic, I know. I do these freaking, I don't know what's going on with me, but a lot of people start working out and they end up loving it. It's their favorite thing in the world. The gym is their stress relief. The gym is their life. The gym is like, yes, I love going to the gym, hitting PRs, getting stronger, feeling better. And then all of a sudden, it transfers into, if they don't hit a personal record in the gym, they don't get stronger, all of a sudden they're like, they like hate everything. It was the worst day. They cry in the gym. They're upset. Like their entire week is ruined until they go back and then they hopefully hit a personal record the next time. I'm like, what the hell? You're doing this because you're supposed to love it. This is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be like your stress relief, and you're making it another stressor. So whether we're talking about strength training or nutrition, the best meal plan, which is supposed to be the topic of this video, but I'm going off on a rant, you need to relax. You need to get comfortable knowing that you're not gonna find the answer for a while. You have your own searching to do, your own digging to do. I wish I could just be like, okay, here's the best plan. That's it. I wish I could, but the process of trying new things will shape your emotions and your thoughts and your psychology, and it will shape you to eventually get to that point. But very few people are just automatically there that they can do it. You need to build that. You need to build yourself to be that person that can sustain it. And that takes time. So, and there's something else that you said, macros. This is actually the important part. Whoa, I don't know what I did with my phone. Okay, and you said, I wish I had the money to get macros counted or help from a coach. Listen, you can go on Google and type in a macro calculator. My buddy Mike Vacanti has Mike's Macros app. It's free. MyFitnessPal is free. You could go onto Google. Like I've put on my Instagram 5,000 times how to calculate your calories. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but everyone has a different calculation. I don't know what's right. The process, just try something. Take a fucking number and do it for more than a day or 2 days or a week. Do it for 6 weeks. And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. You could try it, and if it doesn't work, try a different one. I know it's not what you want to hear. You just want to be, okay, well, what's the right one though? I don't know. I wish I did. I don't know what the right one is for you. Even with when I was doing one-on-one coaching, I had to use trial and error with my clients. They would send me their weight every morning, their pictures every 4 weeks, their measurements every 2 weeks. It's not for shits and giggles, it's so that I can say, okay, cool, we're making progress or we're not, let me make a change. It's all trial and error. That's what I do with my inner circle members now. Everyone in my inner circle, I encourage them, take pictures, take measurements, track your consistency over time. So, because here's another thing, sometimes people will not make progress over the course of 8 weeks and be like, oh, that one didn't work. But if they actually tracked their consistency, they would realize, oh, well, I was off 70% of the time. So you actually didn't even give that one a shot. Now, this video went totally on a tangent that I didn't expect, and I don't really know where I'm going at this point, but I do know this. There is no best meal plan. There is no best way to find your macros. There is no best way to find out what numbers you should use. There's so many options available to you. I encourage you to, number one, if you're watching this, odds are you follow me on YouTube and on Instagram, go through. I've put so many different options for you within my posts that if you can't find it, I don't know, go to Google and type in how to find my macros, how to find my calorie intake. You're gonna come up with a formula, try it. Worst comes to worst, you do another one. And that's the process, my friends. I think it would be anybody who tells you, hey, just do this and that's it. It's great and it's fantastic, but odds are you're gonna have to try something else down the road. You can have the best coach, the best program, you're probably gonna try something else, and that's okay. So rather than me just saying, hey, do this, go try it. Have fun with it, enjoy it. I hope it's beautiful where you are like it is where I am right now. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching the video. Sorry for this random tangent. That's the boat David did not want in this frame for some reason, but I think it's a gorgeous view either way. Thank you, David, for filming when you're sick. Thank you. Any questions, let me know. Have a wonderful day.